Hey, good morning, everybody. Friday, happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a good one. Another drizzly day out here at the coast. Let's see if I can get that mic plugged in. The more I do, the better I am, right? All right, green light means it's a go. All wired up for outstanding audio quality. If you haven't been up to date, I've been trying to catch a bass on a topwater frog for, it feels like forever. But hopefully today's the day. Little drizzly. We're in the backyard pond. Normally I want to go live and do something different in the morning, but lately it seems like it's been in the afternoon. If you didn't catch last night's live stream, it was a pretty good one. We were out in the ocean, probably waist deep in the Pacific Ocean, looking for surf perch, and we found them. Didn't find a lot of them, but we found a few. We, as in me and the dog's sleeping in, but she was out there yesterday. We run crappie rigs. You got two hooks. One here on a spreader, drops down about 8 inches. Another hook on a spreader to a claw weight at the bottom. And I ended up hooking up two at a time. Broke a PB record. Perch, surf perch, red tail is what we were going for. And they don't get overly big. A big surf perch. Okay, state record, 17.8 inches, 3.2 pounds. Last night we hooked up with 15 and some change, and 2 pounds, 10 ounces. New personal best for me. And we hooked up two at a time, one on each hook, and that was pretty fun. But today, the quest is simple. We are trying to catch a largemouth bass on a topwater frog. That's the whole goal. I know I'm gonna want to catch a perch or something just to catch it, but I'm gonna try not to do that and just focus on this frog. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. If you're watching this after the fact, thanks for checking this out. Life. Real quick. So I started drinking coffee in the military in between energy drinks. And there was this petty officer, first class, who kind of put me onto it. He's like, "What do you mean you don't drink coffee?" He said, "Coffee's an old person thing. I'm not about that. Give me that Monster." Or, I don't think we had Monster at the time. I think we had what was called Wire. I think you can still find it at like the Dollar General. So, I get this coffee and I'm like, holy crap, that tastes terrible, just bitter as hell. And so I put a bunch of cream and sugar in it, and I was mocked and ridiculed ridiculously, enough to the point where I haven't put, cream and sugar in my coffee ever since, until today. I put a little bit of French vanilla in there, a little bit of sugar, and I'm like, holy shit, is this what coffee's supposed to taste like? You mean I'm not gonna turn into a woman? My genitals aren't gonna fall off just because I put this cream and sugar in here? Oh no, a little bit of a story time for you. Let's throw that frog around, make some good casts. If you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. Today's mission: catch a frog, top water. I've been trying for feels like forever, but got some coffee down. We're doing a pocket frog. He's a baby. The way the legs work on this guy, so we might tie on a combat. Let's make some good casts and see what we can do. Not to mention this dude is super lightweight. Little bit of a breeze kicking up, not too bad. Not too much coming up this weekend. It all just depends. My wife's heading out of town on a business trip. I'd like to head out and do some camping. And my two choices, hey, if you're just getting here, today's quest is simple. Catch a largemouth bass or a spotted bass on a topwater frog. We got just a little pocket frog, a little smaller than like a combat. And this thing was made by Booyah, or not Booyah, Lunker Hunter. And I'm not a fan of that brand. I might switch out to the combat frog, but the bass in the backyard pond aren't overly big. So I was trying to use something a little smaller. I'll turn the chat on so I'm not just talking to myself. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, fantastic. I made it too smart, and I liked it the way it was before. Ended up trading those perch. Perch are pretty good, but my neighbor went out. Oh, there it is. Fuck yeah, we just got bit. That is a great sign. I've only been bit a couple times on these pocket frogs. The hooks, he just didn't get his hooks in it, but fuck yeah, today's gonna be the day. Let's get it. Soon as I cast it out, something hit me. Topwater is exciting, you know. I've gotten lots on poppers and even buzz baits. So if we could just kind of twitching them around, leaving them out there. The movement on this Lunker Hunter is absolute garbage. You know, most modern frogs have the legs that kind of, well, I can show you guys. These type of legs. And they fly around, and when you're swimming them, they create some movement in the water. This Lunker Hunter is just not that. Maybe I'm just swimming him too slow. We'll speed him up a little, see if that makes a difference. I was hoping those back legs would flop around, get some movement going, but absolutely nothing. I'm going to switch up a little bit and tie on a combat frog. It's going to be a little bit larger, but I think it has better motion. You know, the wanting to connect instantly. But can I catch a bullfrog on a bullfrog? Has that been done? Hey, shout out to whoever just left that like. Good morning to you. Happy Friday. Backyard pond. You know, I'm kind of doing things backwards. I said something new in the morning and backyard pond in the evening, but we're here. Today's mission simple. I'm gonna catch something on this damn frog. That's my goal. I say I'm not gonna get distracted. Frogs are cannibals. I knew that, and it'd be pretty interesting to catch a frog on a frog. But the quest continues, Pickles. Good morning, man. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one. I was throwing the little pocket frog around earlier, and I got hit. Just a little bite, but I couldn't get the hooks into them. I got some, like, I don't know what it's called, smelly jelly for bass. And I don't know if that makes a difference or not. We'll see. We'll see how desperate I get. Pretty stoked about those perch yesterday. It was definitely a PB. State record for red tail is 3.2, and I came in with my largest at 2 pounds 10 ounces. Weighed him when I got home. 16 inches in length. It's pretty big in the world of perch. Excited by that. You know, that used to be the only kind of fishing I do, and well, that and salmon. But we're trying to diversify our fishing portfolio. But I missed it, you know. I'll make a few more 100 casts here, and then I'm gonna see if I can switch it up and go to a different part of the yard. Yeah, I'm right underneath a tree here, and I don't feel like getting my frog caught, so we're gonna go like this. Are you ready? Are you ready? What would you guys do if I actually had a steady camera? Should I put out a warning? This channel is known to cause sickness. Oh, what are we looking at? Doxing my neighbors. This kid, my neighbor's really cool. I actually bought the lot next to mine, and there's just an older mobile on it, and I fixed it up for my parents, thinking that they'd sell their home in Vancouver, get away from their mortgage, and retire and live just debt-free out here at the coast. But you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. My parents had no desire to move out here, which I don't blame them. And no fast food, no Taco Bell. If you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. Mission is simple: catch a frog, or catch a bass on a frog. Throwing a combat frog, gotta go grab my rod, move to a different section of the backyard pond. Hope you're having a great Friday. Thanks for checking us out. Bloop. This is what we got. Combat Frog by Booyah. I was throwing a Pocket Frog, which is a little smaller, by Lunker Hunter. That thing is a piece of junk, man. There's no movement on it. There's no nothing. And it was kind of leaking. So we're switching it up. A little bit of a larger frog. We're just going to throw it around these lily pads and hope we connect. If we get too restless from not getting bites, we'll throw a night crawler out there on a bobber and hook up on these perch. Rather not do that because it takes some of the attention away from what I'm trying to do. But I can only not catch fish for so long. I know there's bass in here and I know how to get them, And it's frustrating trying to catch them with a lure that I'm unfamiliar with. I'm not unfamiliar with it. I've used it enough. I've just never connected. I did get a bite on the smaller frog. Something came up and bit me as soon as I hit the water, but thing about not having the warmer weather is I don't have any algae this year, which is great. Oh, I wasn't paying attention, missed the bite. That's excitement, goosebumps, little shot of adrenaline. I was looking at the camera and I missed the hook set. Something hit it pretty hard. Just couldn't get a hook into him. Today's the day. Let's get it. I've been trying to catch a bass on top water for seems like forever. It's probably been, I don't know, maybe a week, but it feels like forever. Pretty early, so I don't want to be making too much noise. Neighbors, she's an early morning riser, but I want to respect her privacy as well. I think I'm going to grab a pair of scissors right quick. Oh, hey, if you're just getting here, mission is simple. I want to catch a bass on the top water frog. It's been a bucket list for mine for a while. I think I'm going to modify the frog, so I think I'm going to cut one leg just a little bit shorter. See if we can get a little bit of different action. Also might break down, throw a night crawler out. But right now we're just trying to switch the action up a little bit on our frog. I'm gonna shorten up one of these legs. Kind of give it a little different appearance as it moves through the water. I've been trying to catch a frog, or excuse me, I've been trying to catch a bass on a topwater frog for seeming like a lifetime. So what I did is I just shortened up one of the legs, and hopefully that changes the action enough to where I can connect. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking us out. Live fishing twice a day, 6:30 Pacific Standard. Yesterday we were out in the ocean looking for surf perch and found a couple. Pretty good video. If you haven't seen it yet, go check that out. Kind of fun to see the pond waking up. When I first got up, it was pretty calm, slight breeze, but not too much moving around. Now I can see the little pockets of perch or bluegill. Makes me kind of itchy to throw a worm, but I know me. Wouldn't mind throwing a little rooster tail around, inline spinner, because I know I could probably hook up. But with that being said, sticking to the mission. Got some mallard ducks out here being a little bit noisy. Hey, if you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. Rainy day in the Pacific Northwest. Today's objective is pretty simple. Catch a largemouth or a spot on a combat frog. I've been trying to do it for weeks. Feels like weeks. Probably been, I don't know. I think I got serious about it yesterday. If you're new to the channel, thanks for taking the time to check us out. We're live fishing every day, 6:30, twice a day. My neighbor's just coming out now, feeding his Canadian friend, Fred. And some ducks as well. Ooh. Big turnout just off. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it, but 100% throwing the wrong bait. It's driving me nuts. I know if I throw a rooster tail or an inline spinner or a worm out there, I'll start catching fish, but mission, and I will. Probably 10 minutes, I'm gonna get tired of throwing this frog. It's just trying to check it off my list of top water lures. Everybody has their favorite lure. I'm trying to, I've got them on poppers. I like poppers, like a good buzz bait, but I've never caught one on a frog. Hopefully today's the day. Little drizzly in the Pacific Northwest, and you can tell it's summertime because I'm only wearing one coat. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking us out on a Friday. Hope you guys are having a great one. We're live twice a day on the 6:30s. lately I've been saying, you know, new pond in the morning, trying to fish somewhere new. And then in the evening, it'll be the backyard pond. But I think I'm switching that up. I think I'm doing something new in the evening. Yesterday, I was perch fishing out in the ocean. That was a pretty good video. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead and do that. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. And that's when I got hit, Pickles. I was twitching it, and then I left it to look at you guys, and that was disappointing. But that's when I got hit, is just throwing out, twitching it a little bit. And I know if I keep making, I'm just going to put some more time into it, kind of work the bait a little better. Bait, lure, lure, I guess. You know, I thought maybe I was swimming it too slow at first. So I've tried speeding it up. It's just tough because I don't feel like I'm fishing right. I mean, I'm definitely fishing. I'm doing everything I can. It's just, feels wrong. Feels wrong. I know I could catch them on something else, so. Hey, shout out to the 3 people in here. Thanks for taking the time to rock with me on a Friday morning. Hope you guys had a good week and got something fun planned for the weekend. I think I'm going to sneak onto the golf course and, something thought about hitting it. Saw it, I mean, it's right there. I don't know if you guys probably can't see it, but something wanted to hit it and then chickened out. My pond connects that way, runs into a, I don't know what you want to call it, a creek channel, and runs along the backside of the golf course. And there's huge wooded area. Only way to get back there is by boat, or I guess you could probably stomp through some thick brush, but I want to camp there. I want to throw up a tent. Want to do some solo camping. That's the plan for this weekend. Probably do that on Saturday. Bought a new tent, and it's just an ultralight pop-up tent. And hey, shout out to the 5 people. Thanks for taking the time to check us out on a Friday morning. Kind of drizzly out here in the Pacific Northwest, but quest for today is pretty simple. Get people to stay watching the channel for more than 45 seconds. Long story short is I bought this pop-up tent, and it's awesome. You just throw it and it goes poof, and it pops out and expands. And it's not huge, but I wasn't looking for anything huge because I'm looking for lightweight. And the problem being is I can't fold it. I can't get this damn thing. You know, you get it and it comes in a circle case about this big, and you throw it out and it pops up and it expands, and it's like the coolest thing since sliced bread. But I cannot get it to go back into its original packaging. It's just a freaking myth. Like, I don't know. Like, it can't be done. So I'm either have to buy a larger bag, carry it how it is, or try again. But no cap, I spent 2 hours trying to get that tent back into its original packaging. Googled it, YouTubed it. We're just kind of twitching that combat frog, hoping for a bite. Hey, shout out to you. Thanks for taking the time to rock with me on a Friday morning. Hope you're having a good day. Let's see if we can catch some fish. Target species is a largemouth bass. We're trying to get rid of the spots that are in the pond to make room for the largies. I'm just kind of twitching that frog around in front of lily pads. I've been trying to get one on a frog for a while now. Never did it. The bass just don't seem to be into it. Bass don't get real big here in the Pacific Northwest. Well, not out where I live anyways. Maybe if you're in Eastern Washington. Big bass out here is about 2.5 pounds. Water temp is 57 degrees this morning. About the same as the air. If you're new to the channel, we're live every day, twice a day on the 630s. Trying to keep a good attitude. Getting a little discouraged. Definitely don't feel like I'm fishing the right bait for the situation. Much rather be throwing an inline or even a speed worm. What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing repetitively and expecting a different result. It's kind of how I feel about this frog at the moment. Had 2.5 bites, just can't seem to connect. That's the neighbor kid. Her name is Luna. I call her Lunatic. She's a cool dog. She's just loud AF, man. And she has this bark that makes you want to just strangle her. It like, imagine a crying baby times 10. I don't know what's with this dog's bark, but it is so high pitch. And she's so scared of everything. She just reactive barks all the time. And I love all dogs. And like I babysit that dog when her owner goes out of town. And her owner watches my dog. So I mean, we share the yard, and but that dog's bark is enough to fucking drive any normal person insane. Just ultra high pitched, echoes off the lake. And it's relentless sometimes. I guess we'll start calling the fish. Here, fishy, fishy. The desperate cries of a fisherman. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. I'm not really throwing out too far. There's a pretty big drop off about 20 feet out, and it drops from like 4 foot to 12 pretty quick. I'm just kind of working the edge, working through these lily pads, hoping to spark some interest. I see what I would guess to be bluegill. Doing their job, taking care of the skeeters. Had a new experience this morning, decided to switch it up. You know, I started drinking coffee when I was in the military, and I put cream and sugar in it, and I had this petty officer first class and a couple other shipmates just tease me mercilessly. They're like, "What are you doing? You're a..." We'll try to clean up the language, but you're a female. Why are you drink coffee like a real man? And so I've been drinking coffee black ever since, because I guess I was convinced that if I added cream and sugar to the coffee, my genitalia would fall off and I'd become a woman. But so after 20 years of drinking coffee black, I decided to add some French vanilla to it this morning. You know, live a little dangerously. And turns out my genitalia didn't fall off, and that shit tasted delicious, man. I am a huge fan of French vanilla. Look at them. Look at them turning over. Just right there. You can see them. There's got to be 30 fish there. Or at least 5. I feel like I'm at the bar throwing the wrong pickup lines at the hot girl, and there's a whole table of like somewhat attractive women over yonder, and I could throw out one pickup line and pick up 2 of the 6s or the bigger girls. But here I am throwing the wrong pickup line at the hot chick. But, you know, sometimes persistency pays off in women and fishing. So we're going to keep throwing that combat frog, working in different speeds. Hopefully we can connect. As the morning progresses, we might get the sure thing, just like at the bar, right? Pickles, man, I haven't forgotten about your email. Just been busy trying to, just been busy with life. Sorry, not trying to make excuses, but, you know, sometimes shit happens, bro. I'll get to it. You said you own a Jeep. What kind of Jeep you got, man? You got like a Wrangler, Rubicon? You got like a real Jeep, or do you have like a Cherokee? Which is still a real Jeep. I'm not hating. My buddy had a Cherokee in high school, and we wheeled the shit out of that thing, man. If you're just getting here, thanks for taking the time to check us out. Hope you're having a great Friday. Today's mission simple. Catch a large or spotted bass on a topwater frog. I have been throwing this topwater frog around for days. Never done it. Do a lot of, not a lot of, do some topwater fishing, and I've gotten them on poppers, gotten them on buzz baits, but have failed to connect on the frog. This is day 2 of specifically trying with the frog, and we are about 100 casts in, 2 mini bites. Morale's dropping. But if nothing else, it's a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. Almost creamed that sparrow. Lots of birds on the pond. I think I'm going to try to work it a little bit slower. Just kind of leave them sitting there. Got my other rod. Do I divert from the plan and throw out? I know there's bass there. If I throw it an inline, I'll definitely catch something. Oh wow, can you see there's a hurt deer just across the lake? I'll zoom in for it. Bloop. Pickles, I thought you had a Jeep, man. See it? A little foggy, but there's a Bambi. Right there. Oh, you can't see. So there's a Bambi, right? Bloop, bloop. We're not using the camera. Right there. Just a little doe. She appears to have an injured leg. She's wobbling around a little bit. Grazing on the septic tank grass there. Who has a Jeep? And she kind of took off. It's pretty foggy. Huge population of deer where I live. You know, I see deer every day, multiple times a day. I mean, I never get less excited. You know, I never get less excited. When I see a deer, I always am like, oh shit, a deer. And they're all named Bambi. And I don't understand that, but every deer I see, even the females, are named Bambi. I'm like, oh look, a Bambi. Is that just me? Hey, good morning. If you're just getting here, thanks for taking the time to check us out. Foggy morning in the Pacific Northwest. Today's quest is to catch a largemouth or a spot. Not a spot. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of the spots. We're in the backyard pond. And I've been wanting to catch a largemouth on a topwater bass for, it seems like, well, at least a couple days. Forever. You know, you see all the cool kids doing it. But right now, I am going to give into temptation. I am going to throw this night crawler on here, cast it out, and catch a perch just to boost my morale. I've thrown that frog 100 times and got 2 bites. That's terrible. Terrible for morale. You know, it's yeah, you know, I need to up my my YouTube game, Mr. Pickles. This all kind of just started as something I did for fun and didn't expect 10 people to care, let alone, you know, 2,500 subs. And we're going pretty fast. Surprisingly, I got, you know, I don't know, if you want to talk YouTube, we can talk YouTube. I ended up getting 900 subs last month, and I don't know why. I don't know what I did, but occasionally a video will get like 4K views. A lot of times a video will get 20 views, and I haven't figured out the difference yet, but you are 100% correct. I need to put my email and the link to my other socials. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, I don't TikTok or Snapchat because I'm old, but I do need to start linking my accounts. We're getting a bite on that bobber. My guess is yellow perch, the way he's quickly hitting it, spitting it. See if I got a worm left. This is really distracting from the current goal. This reel is terrible. This is a Shakespeare 2002. I don't know where I got this pole. You know, sometimes they just show up. But I guarantee you it's an antique. It's a Abu Garcia. What's that say? Maxar? Yeah, I don't know. With the Shakespeare 2002 reel. 2002. Is that the size or is that the year it was made? Also the year I graduated high school, to kind of tell you how old I am. About 10 yards short of where I wanted to be, but spooled. So not much line on this rod. I haven't used it much. There's a fish though. Got him. Missed him? Got him. He's just small. I'm not gaining line. I don't know what the retrieve ratio on this is, but absolute trash. Doesn't feel very big. Not very big. What do we got though? Yeah, all right. We got a little bluegill. That's kind of what I was expecting. Baby bluegill. Nothing exciting here. He's gonna spike the crap out of me though. Shh. All right, we got one baby bluegill. Back you go, little buddy. All right, morale's increasing. Let's I could do that all morning long. I really could. But I'm gonna try to switch it up. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at, but and I know I could do it again. I mean, they're right there. I throw out, I could get a bite, reel in as many as I wanted, but I really want to stick to that combat frog. I'm not going to, but I should. I'm gonna throw back out there and get another one. Hopefully a little bigger. You know, they can get up to 2 pounds. Got a pretty big one the other day. I don't know what's up with this reel. Drag shut. I just not taking in line like it should. I can see them. They're all schooled up about 50 yards in front of me. Problem is I only got 45 yards of line on the reel. Might have thrown her bait off. No, we didn't. We still got a little chunk on there. What in the fuck is going on? This reel is absolutely terrible. I mean, it feels smooth, but I am doing a whole lot more reeling than I am not. Fish are just kind of schooling up. Oh, just to the right of the bobber there. I know as soon as I put the pole down, I'll get a bite. Yeah, just like that. Not hitting it very hard, just kind of coming up, trying to steal it. Hey, shout out to the 3 people up in here. Thanks for taking the time to rock with me on a Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. Did I say Wednesday? Sorry, it's early. I guess we'll leave that out there. Get back to the task at hand. Task at hand being a combat frog. That's the mission. Catch a bass on a topwater combat frog. Been trying to do it forever. Feels like forever. But I think I just got serious about it last night. Not last night. Last night I was in the Pacific Ocean. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I had to put on doing that. Hey, if you're just getting here, hope you're having a great Friday. Trying to catch a largemouth bass on a combat frog. Also got a night crawler out there. Catching baby bluegill just to kind of keep the morale up. I'm about 120 casts deep with this frog, and I am not having any luck. Something keeps hitting that bobber. I'm just optimistic that there's still bait on there, but there's probably not. What did you say you got a Toyota RAV4, Pickles? My mother-in-law's got one of those, one of the hybrids. Nobody fishes this pond but me. Everybody here is a elderly. You know, I think the average, I mean, Dave, the guy across the lake, is a nice guy, but he's 80. The house next to me there is vacation lot. And, you know, sometimes these people will come out and fish, but not very often. They have kids, and sometimes the kid, I gave them a bunch of old rods that I had, and sometimes the kids will come out and fish, but nobody fishes the pond. If you're talking about people in general fishing, everybody fishes salt water out here. I got a boy, Ed. He lives in the big city. Sorry, trying to keep up with the chat. It doesn't stay up on the screen, so I got to pull it up manually. I think if I do it from my laptop, it'll be a little different, but we're working on it. Yeah, I feel you. And, you know, I might not be standing out in the surf as much as I would like to in my 80s. But, I mean, I can't, if I got to put a recliner out here next to the, roll my mobility scooter, whatever it takes to get out there, you know? I am not loving this pole. Yeah, no, I'm like I said, I'm trying to make some new fishing buddies, but most guys out here are elderly, and I don't give a shit about that. But living so close to the coast, everybody's saltwater. You know, nobody cares about these half-pound bass or bluegill. Occasionally you can run into a trout fisherman, but It's, like I said, 90% salt water out here. Yep. So I guess we're fishing for, all right, we got, hey, there's a bite though. Fishing upside down should affect your credit score. I am about to donate this rod to the freaking lake. This thing is absolute trash. Caught up in some bushes. That'll make for a good thumbnail though when I'm like, bam, doubled over. Looks like I have a huge fish. Turns out I just got a small bush. We're gonna retire this rod until I can figure out what's going on with that reel. But hey, if you're just all right, you're not just getting here. I'm gonna switch it out. I'm gonna grab a different rod. Maybe grab an inline spinner. Then we'll get back to throwing that combo. Thanks for taking the time to rock with me. I'll be right back. Ugh. I guess we're, I know you guys can't see me, but I'm in my fishing room and just kind of gazing at the gear here. I think I'm gonna go with old reliable Zebco for my bobber setup, and then I'm gonna grab a inline spinner. Everything but what I'm supposed to be doing, which is trying to fish a combat frog. Appreciate you just hanging out. I'm sure it's pretty boring at the moment, but I'm gonna grab another cup of coffee as well. All right, a little bit of a vibe change, refreshed on the coffee. Got Old Reliable, which is this Sebco I've had since childhood. The real is not the same, but it's not bad. You know, Shakespeare used to be quality stuff. Now it's kind of gone downhill in a little bit. I'm gonna throw a worm out with that Zebco, and then I'll show you guys what I got on that other rod. A little nervous. I left my worms out overnight, but they're all there and they're still wiggling this morning, so that's a plus. Doesn't look like I have any weight on this thing, but we'll throw it out. Got all the line in the world, not enough weight to get it out there, but I think it'll get hooked up. The thing about the Zebco is fun, ultra light. I think there's like 4-pound test on there, and makes a 1/4-pound fish feel like a 5-pounder. Also got a little inline, which I think is now hooked on my coat. Definitely hooked on my coat. Better my coat than my eye, though. I can't see it. Alright. Freezing out here. It's not freezing, but it's definitely not t-shirt. What we have is a watermelon. Not a rooster tail. It's too small for that. It's what's the next thing down? Tiger tail. Decent one. Did that in a John boat the other day. Just out here cutting holes in my coat, trying to. Not literally. Oh, you guys are on the ground. I can't even hear it. Current situation. This is part of my coat, not part of the lure, but sorry, we'll get you up off the ground. I know that audio is probably pretty bad. That should be a little bit better. Nobody likes to feel like they're struggling. I think it's coffee time, and I'm gonna go ahead and button up my horribly offensive shirt. Real lowbrow humor if you actually took the time to look at it. Hey, if you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. We're live twice a day, 6:30. We got a Zebco and a worm out. The mission is to catch a largemouth on a, I'd even settle for a spot, don't tell anybody, on a combat frog. Okay. I guess mission for just for this second is to drink some coffee, pay attention to the bobber. I got a delicious breakfast treat. I've loved these things since I was a kid, so why switch it up now? I'm gonna probably re-throw out that bobber, eat this Rice Krispie treat, have some breakfast. If you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. Happy Friday. Hope you guys got a great weekend planned and end to your work week. Sorry, I think the mic is right there and I'm probably chewing in your ear, which is rude AF. Leave that there for a second. Sorry. I know. The thing about these wireless mics is they're super sensitive. I can't figure out how to turn down the input volume. So right now the input's correct, like 100%. So it kind of gets a little reverby and back pressure, but I don't know how to turn it down or adjust it on the phone. I think I'm going to throw that inline around. I had it snagged up in the coat. I got to get some coat lining off of it. Haha, you know what that sound is. You know, I'm not a big fan of catch and release on, especially if you're using a barbed hook. Little, yeah, light gear is a little more challenging. Got a little tiger tail watermelon. It's pretty light for the rod I got it on, but we'll throw that around, see if we can connect. We've kind of deviated our, hey, baseball pro, good morning, bro, how you doing? Good to see you. Throwing a little tiger tail inline spinner, watermelon color. Looking for fish. And weeding the pond at the same time. Shout out to the 5 people up in here. If you're new to the channel, we're live every day, 6:30. Yesterday we did some perch fishing in the Pacific. If you haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and check it out. It was a pretty good one. I don't know if the rooster tail is the way to go. We're kind of weeding the pond at the moment. I'm gonna check the other rod. I got a Zebco and worm out. I don't fish this side of the yard too often, so there's a lot more weeds. I'll show you guys a Snow White moment. Snow White was the Disney princess who liked all the animals, right? My Disney trivia is not as what it should have been. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Let me flip you around. We'll see if we can get you with the better camera. Born under the haze of the Pacific Northwest. I don't think you guys can see it, but that guy over there, Dave, my neighbor, is feeding Bambi. But let's get back to fishing. Just kind of taking a moment to enjoy the scenery. You know, I was born in the 80s, Mr. Pickle, but I do not love the 80s music. The big hair bands, Cinderella, Twisted Sister. That is not my jam, man. Not my jam at all. I know what you're talking about. And my wife's really into it. And like some Journey and not the metal bands, but interesting music. I'm just gonna watch my bobber, drink some coffee, eat my Rice Krispie treat. If you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. We're live every day, twice a day at 6:30. Ripping lips and hanging out. Appreciate you being here. I often jest that nothing good came out of the 80s, you know? Like, think about it. If you ask somebody what their dream car is, the answer is never a 1980s anything. You know, favorite band, how many people are naming Twisted Sister? Or I guess it's a little bit older, it's more 70s vibes, but not too many great things came out of the 80s, including myself, so I can say that. Little boring fishing like this, but it's nice. Still just kind of waking up pretty early still. Procrastinating going to do that 9 to 5 thing. Put a little more intention in that bobber. You can stop being lazy, get some slip shot, and throw it out where the big fish are. By big fish, I mean tiny brim. I think there's one right about there. Just gotta call them, right? Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. That's a bite. That's a bite. That's a fish. That's a fish that I missed because I was trying to drink coffee. You guys think I should hit the beach again tonight? Problem is, weather's, you know, I gotta stop bitching about the weather. Such an old man thing to do, but I like hitting those doubles. Those perch were pretty good size. I actually ended up trading them to a neighbor, and he gave me a chunk of salmon. The salmon are running about 7 miles off the coast, and thinking about getting the in-laws. I go fishing with my father-in-law, Mike. He's a really nice guy. Actually, kind of really put me on to a lot of types of fishing. And he's got a boat, and we go out. But he's getting up there, and just going through some medical problems, which kind of puts a damper on things. And I need to renew my boating card. Here in Washington, it used to be a one-time course, and it was good for the rest of your life. But not to get too into politics, but our governor switched that up. So they expire every 5 years. You got to take a boating course every 5 years. Which just means you got to pay another $45 to take the exact same course every 5 years. But, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I get it. And where we fish is one of the deadliest bars in the entire world. They call it the Graveyard of the Pacific. And that's the Columbia Bar in Washington. Or Astoria, I mean, right on the border. Hey, if you're just getting here, thanks for taking the time to check us out on a Friday. Hope you're having a good one. The mission... Nah, I just threw my bait off. The mission was to catch a largemouth bass, or even a spot on topwater frog. But after about 200 casts of utter failure, I decided, hey, Mike, good morning. Good to see you, bud. We're just throwing a worm around. I was going to do topwater frog, and then 200 casts later with 2 bites. It's a little discouraging, so we're looking for bluegill to boost some morale. I'm going to go through, edit a bunch of videos, make a highlight reel. I've been talking about it, but there's a lot of footage on these lives to comb through. Pickles, if you're here, which I know you are, bro, timestamp the catches for me. It'd save me hours of scrolling through footage. You ain't got to. I ain't paying you nothing. But if you could timestamp it for me, or when something happens, that'd be great. Rain's kind of picking up a little bit. You can hear it nestling through the trees there. Water's pretty calm. I don't see too many signs of life. I know there's fish. They're just not hungry this morning, I guess. Might get some slip shots so I can throw out a little further with the tiger tail. Hey Michael, you got anything planned crazy for the weekend? We ended up dragging this rooster tail through some eggs. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. Hey man, I feel you. Nothing wrong with being an old man having a relaxing weekend. It's probably what I should do. Wife's heading out of town for a business conference, so bachelor life for the next couple days. Think I might go do some camping. Allegedly, illegally on the golf course. There's a big section nobody ever goes to. Yeah, you know, I love fishing. It's definitely my #1 hobby, but I kind of want to get out and play in the woods a little bit. Pitch a tent. I got a new tent. I'm pretty excited to use it. It's like magic. You just throw it and it pops up. And it weighs like half a pound, so I can carry it places. I was playing with it yesterday, but the problem being is I can't get it back in the original packaging. You know, it comes in a package yay big, and I can fold it yay big, you know? And I've tried. I've watched YouTube videos. Like, I shit you not, I spent 2 hours yesterday trying to figure out how to put this pop-up tent back into the original package. And I got it off of Temu. Not that I'm a huge Temu supporter. I don't like buying crap I don't need. But I needed an ultralight tent for some places I can't get to with the truck. The other tent, set up for like family. It's a big, you know, 8-person tent. And so I was trying to switch up my gear a little bit to some ultralight so I can carry it. But I'll be damned if I can get that thing back to its original size. You know, this tiger tail is cool, but there's not enough weight to really get it out there. Part of me is looking at campers, you know. I only got an F-150, so I can't get too carried away. Part of me has been looking at just trailers, and then I'll build my own camper. But I got enough hobbies at the moment. I don't really need projects. plenty to do without trying to build a camper. So my neighbor across the lake over there, Dave, he's a nice guy, but he always gets these German Shepherds. He's like a huge German Shepherd fan, and he's too much of a wimp to own a German Shepherd. He gets these big German Shepherds, and they just walk all over him. Like he's got 0 to no control. And I get it, German Shepherd, especially if they're an alpha, is a tough dog. But I hear him every morning out in his yard just pleading, like begging his dog, like, no, no. I'm not talking, all right, I'm talking a little bit of crap, but he's my friend, so I can get away with it. But they are just too much dog for him, you know? Pleading, you hear him pleading with his dog every morning. And his dog's just a pup, so she'll probably grow out of it. But I was out walking my dog a couple years ago, and his dog got out of the fence and ran up on us. And my dog was pretty chill, just a little dachshund mix. And I knew the dog because I'd seen it in the neighborhood. Well, you know, I just know the dogs around here. And so this German Shepherd comes running up. My dog doesn't flinch. He's little, but he's not a target, you know, so he postures up. And this other German Shepherd postures up and starts sniffing him and goes for a dominant stance. So my dog backs away like, hey, what the fuck are you doing, you know? Didn't break eye contact. Next thing I know, this German Shepherd just decides to take a bite out of my dog. So I'm punching this German Shepherd in the face, screaming for the owner to come. My dog's trying to fight, but at the end of the day, he's just a dachshund. And next thing I know, the German Shepherd owner, Dave, nice guy, comes out, and we're getting a bite. We're getting a fish, trying to multitask, and we don't walk and chew gum. That's definitely a little something. Let's see what we got. Oh, we lost him. Playing with the rooster tail. Lost that fish. I'll throw it back out there. So anyways, my dog doesn't want any part of this, so he's taken off. I took him off leash. He was on leash, and he's fighting him. And I just left hooked this German Shepherd, and it didn't like that, so it backed up. And I'm screaming at this guy, "Hey, Dave, get your effing dog," you know? And he's just apologizing, and he's crying for his dog to come back. But the dog's not paying any sort of attention to him. And so I scoop my little dog up, and my little dog is spazzing out. He wants to get after this German Shepherd. And then this German Shepherd just started circling me, and I said, "Dave, get your dog, bro." And dog wouldn't respond. My dog jumps down out of my arm, goes after this German Shepherd. And this German Shepherd's just circling me, looking at me, and I'm staring it down. I'm yelling at it, and my dog goes up after it, and they're fighting, and the German Shepherd, you know, kind of latches onto my dog. So I grab this Shepherd, and I'm just choking the shit out of him. Rear naked choke, full lock triangle, right? And the owner's like, "Oh, bro, don't hurt my dog. Don't hurt my dog." I said, "Come get your fucking dog, man." You know, what are we doing here? And eventually I just, he comes over. Oh, we're going to lose our bait. Oh, we got it. We got a fish here, though. So eventually he comes out, or I choked this German Shepherd all the way out. Just put it to sleep. And got up and took my dog and went home and checked my dog. He had a couple bite marks on him, but he was all right. And the owner felt terrible about it, and I felt terrible about it. I'm not trying to hurt any animals. I love dogs. I'm not even mad at that German Shepherd for going after mine. But sorry, impulse story there about choking out a German Shepherd. Yeah, eventually I had to get rid of the dog. It attacked a mailman and a few other dogs. So they had to put it down, which is tough. But I don't blame the dog, blame the owner. Some of these dogs are high prey drive, and if you keep them fenced up all day, they got to get that energy out somewhere, If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking us out. Bait's pretty high on the water. I think I got maybe 12-inch drop from the, no, it's less than that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Guy math, right? Everything's bigger than what it says. Got big osprey that live out here. Osprey is just kind of a fancy word for a hawk, but hey, shout out to the 5 people. Thanks for checking us out on a Friday. Hope you guys are having a good one. The mission today was to catch a largemouth on a topwater frog, and I've never done it, Got them on poppers, got them on buzz baits, but never on a topwater, and today's not looking any different. 200 casts later, and we switched over to some bluegill bait just to boost the morale. And that's fish. That was a bite. That was a miss fish. Bullfrogs creaking in the background. Sun's trying to burn through. Got a marine layer here in the Pacific Northwest. Why would you expect anything different? We were missed a bite, and we were fishing like a real fisherman. If you can catch it on just a blade of grass, you're definitely a better angler than I am. I'm gonna rebait here, get thrown out, see if we can catch some fish. Pretty slow morning, got 1 fish, 1 baby bluegill. But had some coffee, told some stories. If you're new here, thanks for checking us out. We're live every morning on the 6s, twice a day, 6:30. I gotta be careful if I'm telling stories about my neighbors, though, because It gets real echoey off the lake. Like if I turned on my phone and started playing some music, everybody on the lake would hear it. But they're all old. So like, what's the worst case scenario? I get yelled at by like an 80-year-old dude. The only reason why I can say it is because I'm old. But I mean, these people are like really old. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to fish the drop off. Hey, I hear my best friend. Wait for it. Hey, come on. No, don't jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cue adorable chihuahua. What is it? Na sembuenya omokichimabamba. Little Lion King reference. Oh, thanks for the love. Got our companion, hopefully. Got a Zebco out with a worm. Looking to catch a bass on a topwater frog. But after about 2.5... no, man, I honestly don't know how I have 2.5 subs. I'm not a YouTuber. I just kind of did this as a hobby. And I've only been going live for a week. Sometimes a video will get like 4K views, which is odd because like I'm not doing anything different. But no, man, never bought a sub. Don't understand YouTube. I just make fishing videos. That's what I do. I barely have money for bait. Yeah, man, I do make shorts. That's where most of my views come from. Occasionally, I'll put out a camping video and it'll get like 4K views. And I don't know why, because sometimes I'll put out a camping video and it'll get 20 views. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not here for views. I'm just here to fish, and if you like fishing, come fucking hang out, man. That's what we got going on. Didn't overly want to be a YouTuber. I just ran a sorry, I don't know how to pull up that chat. Thanks, Sediment. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you taking time to rock with me. Yeah, some of those shorts do get, you know, even a bad short will get 1,000 views. But I've been putting the work in. You know, I'm fishing every day, twice a day live. And that, you know, that usually grows my subscriber count. Getting views isn't that hard. I mean, sometimes people will just show up and then leave. It still counts as a view, even though they've only watched your video for, you know, 5-10 seconds. But getting comments is significantly harder. Getting comments takes some effort. That was a pretty good cast. I feel pretty confident in that ability. Just gotta call them in. There's a bite. We're getting played with. I didn't even know that's a thing. Can you buy views on YouTube? I guess I buy views with the Rooster Tails, right? I appreciate you, man. I'll check out your channel later. You talking about smoking? Is that what the blaze means? I'm an old man, so you're gonna have to break down the lingo for me because I'm just not up on it. I appreciate that, Gutters. We're trying, man. I was trying to catch a frog on a topwater frog, bass. Trying to catch a bass on a topwater frog. But after about 200 and something casts, I didn't even know that was a thing. You know, I smoked when I was I live in Washington State, and recreational marijuana use is legal. But about 2 years ago, I mean, I used to be a daily smoker, but about 2 years ago, it took a turn on me. And the weed was so strong, I had a buddy talk me into doing a dab. And I was so high, I was just laying on the couch trying not to die. Yeah, that's a good idea, Leecher. I might switch over to like a speed worm. But anyways, I was laying on the couch, just stoned out of my brain, trying not to die. That I said, what in the hell is the point in all of this? So I probably haven't smoked in 2 or 3 years. Left that way? Yeah, man, I've had about 200 casts on this. There's a weed line to my left and to the right. There's some lily pads. I'll move you down a little bit. I'm gonna throw out I mean, you think are, I don't know, this way. I've been making good casts. I got hit twice. They just I think they were too small to connect, but appreciate you guys taking the time to rock with me. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. Yeah, no, dabs aren't for me. You know, even edibles. I'm out here in the Pacific Northwest, Washington. I'm right on the coast, man. Ocean is a mile that way. I was out surf perch fishing yesterday. Did pretty good if you haven't checked that video out. That sounds like a pretty chill day, bro. I just picked up a new camera. Well, I do live, so I got cameras. Like I got a Canon Rebel T7, and I got a DJI Osmosis, which is waterproof, like a little action camera. But to go live, you have to be on a network. And so sometimes I'll run it from the phone, but the phone is old. I'm getting a new phone tomorrow. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on the phone because I drop them in the ocean. All right, Leecher, man, thanks for checking us out, bro. Appreciate you. We'll be live twice a day, 6:30 a.m. p.m. Pacific Standard. Might be standing in the ocean later tonight. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, no, I got a body, like I got a chest mount, a head mount for my DJI Action. I went with that over the GoPro because the GoPro is overheat. And I got a new phone because that's the easiest way to go live without... There's a lot to going live if you're not just doing it on your phone. If you're trying to use like a camera, you got to set up a network. I'm not a YouTuber, man. I'm a guy who fishes. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy learning all that stuff. The reason why I didn't buy... Right now I'm filming on like a toaster, man. It's like an antique. And there's no motion stabilizer, so the video gets real shaky. But I got a new phone coming in. I just didn't want to spend a grip because I'm hard on shit, man. I drop my phone in the ocean or off the rocks or fishing constantly. It's no point in having new gear, but I'm trying to do better. You know, I picked up a wireless mic, better audio, better video, better all around quality. I don't see my bobber. I wasn't paying attention to it, but I don't see it. So, oh, there it is. All right. Check the bobber, see if I got some bait. Looks like the sun's starting to come out. I don't know what time it's getting to be. Hey, if you're just getting here, the mission is to catch a largemouth or a spot on a topwater frog. We're about 250 casts in with a whole lot of no love. Got a Zebco with a worm and a bobber just to kind of keep my morale up. Caught a couple bluegill. Threw a rooster tail around, but the mission is combat frog. Oh man, that's a bite. That's a fish. Where's the... Oh, see? It's hard to multitask. I totally just missed that bluegill because I'm trying to play with the damn frog. Still got bait on there. I think I'm going to throw it back out. See if we can connect. I know we can, just gotta pay attention. Missing bites because I'm trying to do too much. Sometimes the KISS method of fishing, not KISS like the bent end. KISS as in the acronym, keep it simple, stupid. Saw some fish turning over, getting slowed down a little bit. If you're new to the channel, we're live fishing twice a day, 6:30 Pacific Standard. Right now we're just out in the backyard pond. It's nothing to write home about. It's 4 acres. Might switch up, throw it in a little different spot. I see them turning over, but they're about 20 yards from where I'm at, and without a weight, I'm just struggling to get out there. Good to see that sunshine. I'm definitely vitamin D deficient living here in the Pacific Northwest, but Got a deer just across the lake. I don't know. You guys probably can't see it. It's been that same doe. She's limping pretty bad, though. She appears to be injured. Had a pretty large coyote population here. And if they get hungry enough, they'll go after the deer. A lot of times they prefer rabbits. We get seasonal rabbits. I don't know if they're like wild or not. I think they're just pets somebody gets for Easter, and then they kind of get released. That's a bite. They're not hitting it hard. They're just kind of coming up and pecking at it. Hoping to get that worm off without getting that hook is that's what I would do. Man, I swear to God, every time, I don't swear to God, I'm not trying to commit too much blasphemy. Every time I drop that rod for half a second, something comes up, takes a big nibble at it. Bait looks good. I've been thinking last cast for the last 30 minutes. If you're just getting here, thanks for taking the time to check us out, man. Or woman. We live fish every Saturday. No, every day. Sorry, thinking about the weekend. We're live every day, twice a day, 6:30. This morning, we're just in the backyard pond looking for largemouth. Kind of giving up on the combat frog. 6 likes, appreciate it. We're getting bites, we're just not hooking up. You know, something comes up, bites it, spits it back out, and I'm not paying close enough attention to get that hook set. Bullfrog's quieted down a little bit. Thinking about where I want to fish tonight. Might be here, might be somewhere new. I might go back out to the ocean. I did pretty good yesterday. Got a couple real nice sized surf perch, and that's kind of my favorite type of, there's a fish. Let's go. We'll just drag him across the top of the lily pads. He's a fighter, and he feels like a tank because he's on an ultralight. Oh, that's a pretty big fish for that species. What do you think it is? You think we got a bluegill? You think we got a bass? What do you think? What do you think? All right, betting is closed. We have a yellow perch, a bellied up yellow perch. He's a big boy, and I'm debating on eating him for breakfast. But I already got fish in the fridge, so ooh, it's tempting. These fish are absolutely delicious. And he didn't get my hook too bad. He's probably about 8 inches, maybe half a pound or so. Yellow perch. I'm going to get him back. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Back you go, little fella. That was a pretty good fish. I'm a little sad I'm not gonna eat him, but I got fish in the fridge already, and I got fish in the freezer, and I probably have perch in the freezer from last year, so I don't want to be wasteful. So we'll throw that guy back, but he was a good size. He would have been perfect to fillet out and enjoy. A lot of my neighbors are elderly widows, and their husbands used to fish quite a bit and crab. So I'll go around and I'll bring them fish, especially if they'll clean it. Then I'm definitely more likely to give you my fish if you're willing to clean it. Some of the elderly ladies won't clean it though because they just don't know how. And I'll stop by and drop off some fish for the neighbors. Wouldn't mind doing that again. That was a pretty good fish. Felt like he was a tank on the ultralight. Different Bambi walking across over by the... Oh, you can't see it. Kind of a easy little cast there. Not necessarily where I wanted to be, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Got a little peck. I think I'm gonna just slow drag that bobber through this break in the lily pads. Work that way out. Almost yeeted that little fish to the moon. Like to pick up a bass, just something different, kind of round things out. Getting bit. Just playing with me. Set the hook like I'm salmon fishing. And send that little fish to the moon. There he is. I missed him. Spit it. We'll drag it back through there. Seems to be a school of either perch. I think it's just perch. Hey, shout out to the 3 people watching, whether you've been here the whole time or you're just getting here. Appreciate you taking the time to rock with me on a Friday. Backyard pond fishing. If you're new to the channel, we're live twice a day. Just kind of slowly working that bobber around, getting some movement on it. Just like that. The way they're hitting it, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some small largemouth bass right there. That's where I picked them up the other day. I'm gonna go over there though. Might do some trolling in the boat later this evening. Debating. I live about a mile from the ocean that way, and there's a fish. I just gotta hook it up. Toying with me. Might go back out, do some surf perch fishing. When you're doing surf perch fishing, you got a lot that goes into it. You got to time the time. You got to time the surf conditions, wind, weather. There's a lot that goes into perch fishing. I did pretty good yesterday. I ended up with 3 monster fish. I mean, a new PB, which is pretty exciting. I'd like to get out there and repeat it if I can, but I think we're going to have a surf advisory later. If you haven't checked out that video, it should be out now. Hard to catch fish without a bait. Let's throw a night crawler on this guy. The mission for today was to catch a largemouth on a topwater frog, because I've never done it. If you've done it, go ahead and drop a comment. But I've never done it. I've thrown lots of topwater. I mean, poppers and buzz baits. I might throw a buzz bait. I don't think I've done that recently. But forever on this quest to get a largie on a topwater frog. But after doing it for about 200 casts, I'm feeling mildly defeated. So switched up to yellow perch on a on a Zebco, which is par for the course. We're struck out with the hot chick. Now we're picking up fat girls. It's last call, right? But all fish are good fish. Got some fog, sea mist moving through. But overall, pretty beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. Kind of bobbing my bobber, moving that bait around, seeing if I can get some action. Pretty slow morning. I think we got 1 bluegill, 1 perch. Been trying to increase the structure in the pond. There's a brush pile to the lily pads there. Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing. Right there. There's a little brush pile, I think. Couple old stumps. Excuse me, sorry about that. Couple old stumps and some down limbs, trying to provide a place for these bait fish to hide. But there's no shortage of structure. We got down trees that nobody ever cleans out, so plenty of shady spots. I don't know if he's there, if he's just toying with me. Something's right there, moving my bobber around like crazy. I just can't get him hooked up. Trying to let him have it a little bit. I don't want him to swallow it because I don't want to have to kill the fish. But it's shallow right there. It's maybe 3-4 feet, which means I'm pretty close to the bottom. Let's get it. Something's hitting it and then spitting it. Hoping my worms. Hey, if you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. Appreciate you taking the time to rock with me on a Wednesday. Doing a little bobber fishing in the backyard pond. Got a pretty good yellow perch. Got a tiny bluegill. Just kind of waking up, enjoying the morning. Yeah, that's what I thought. Got my bait. We'll rebait, throw it out there. Been saying last cast for at least the last 20 minutes or so, but you get a bite and then that last cast just turns into first cast, right? It's like you haven't been here for 2 hours trying to catch a 6-inch perch. But I don't have anything to do today. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my time. Wind's kicking up a little bit. Hopefully that's what I was worried about. There's supposed to be a high surf advisory this afternoon, which just means there's going to be 6 to 8 foot swells every 8 seconds. Getting bites. I mean, as soon as I toss out, he's toying with it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Moving around. Hooked at it. Let's go. What do we got? Yeah, fishy, fishy. Come on. Spit me out in the weeds. Dang. It's kind of fun on that. I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse with this, but it is a total blast to catch a fish on an ultralight. You know, I get excited every time. Maybe I'll open up the drag and not just horse them in, but actually try to finesse the fish a little. There, too much slack. Had too much slack, missed the hook set. There it is. No. Did I get my worm? Got my worm. Alright, I'm just successfully getting outsmarted by pond fish. Hey, if you're just getting here, happy Friday. Thanks for checking out the channel. Live fishing twice a day. Caught a little yellow perch earlier. Today's quest was to get a largemouth on a topwater frog. And the quest continues. I failed miserably. You know, I've been out here about 2 hours, made a few hundred casts with not much luck. So we kind of switched gears. Now we're doing some bobber fishing for whatever bites. And right now we're just getting robbed, getting bites, just can't connect. Yeah, instant bite. There it is. Come on, no, stay out of there. Rod doubled over, coming at you. What do we got? Oh, yellow surf perch. No, not surf perch. Sorry, I'm stuck on yesterday. This is just a regular perch. Yellow perch, and he's trying to stab me. His gills are really sharp. Beautiful looking fish. A little bit feisty. We'll throw him back. You know, if you can get a bucket of these, they're pretty good eating. If we're doing favorite fish to eat in the pond, it's bullhead catfish, yellow perch, trout, bass, and I've never eaten a sunfish. Oh, I guess we'll go bluegill. Bluegill is somewhere between trout and yellow perch. Sometimes those trout, if they're planted there, they can get really mushy. If they've been in the pond for a year or so, then they're not too bad. And as far as I know, they haven't stocked this with trout since the 90s. We'll throw out, we'll see if we can get another one. Got a little backlash on this spinning reel. Let's see if we can get that out. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. Yeah, you know, Pickles, I've been looking for crappie, and you hear rumors, but no luck, man. I can't remember the last time I caught a crappie, to be honest with you. Probably when I was a kid. They're just not around here. And I don't mind driving a little bit. You know, if there was a crappie within 100 miles, I'd probably go looking for it. But I got tons of crappie gear. This lady who I get fish to, her husband was an avid fisherman, and she hooked it up. So I got a bunch of crappie jigs that are probably older or as old as I am. And I'm just trying to figure out a place and a time to use them, you know? I don't have like a role model that teaches me how to do this stuff. And I did some of this stuff as a kid, but that was a little while ago, you know? Like I said, normally I've been focused on the salt. So I'm just trying to get back into freshwater. I've eaten quite a bit of perch. I really like those catfish. Salmon. Salmon's a whole different eating fish as well. And it's that season, but you gotta go out across the bar. And when I was younger, I was stupid, so like I'd risk my life for fish all the time. Didn't really hurt my feelings. But now that I got a little bit older, I'm developing a common sense, and it can be you can get in the way sometimes, you know? Not to mention, I get a little seasick. Get out in those 6 to 8 foot rollers on the boat. And it gets nauseous. I get nauseous, you know? Getting soft in my old age. There it is. Oh, he's a fatty too. That's a good size there. Rocking a barbless hook because we're catch and release. But this is the perfect eating size perch. Beautiful yellow perch, bellied up. Wish I could hang on to him. Let's get him back. He's looking at me. Back you go, little fella. Thanks for playing with me. All right. You know, I could definitely get a bucket of those for breakfast, but they're fun to catch, especially on the ultralight. Glad I'm not. Normally I'm overkilling it. Normally I'm rocking a 8 foot medium heavy. I'm catching a 6-inch perch. It's kind of nice to catch them on the little Zebco. I've had this rod since I was a kid. Pretty sure it was my dad's rod for the longest time. The Zebco Eclipse. But the original push button reel broke off probably decades ago. And I was thinking about switching it out because I don't have any. Well, they're not called push buttons anymore. I think they're called spin casts. But I've got some younger nieces and nephews that could really benefit from the spin cast. They're born with some, it's going to make them sound like mutants. Nice kids, love them to death, but they were born with some kind of deficiency to where they only have like 3 fingers. And the older boy is really learned to adapt well. There's not too much he can't do, but he would definitely benefit from like a Zebco style reel. They're actually coming out next week. You'll probably see them on the channel. I don't know YouTube's policies about putting kids online, but we'll just see what happens. I don't know. Hey, if you're just getting here, thanks for taking the time to check us out on a Friday. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, it's July. Why is that dude wearing a coat? Because I live in the Pacific Northwest. Rains a lot. Sparkly vampires are located like 80 miles that way. Twilight reference. You know, sometimes I get lazy and just sidearm these casts instead of making a proper one. Looks like my bobber got unhooked. We're upside down. Missed that bite. Tried to hook set it, but there wasn't a fish there. Shot that bobber back at me. Got our line all tangled up here. Straighten that bobber out. Hey, shout out to the 4 people we got up in here. Thanks for taking the time to rock with me on a Friday. If you're new, we're live every day on the 6:30s, 6:30 in the morning, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. Today we're just hanging out in the backyard pond, catching some yellow perch. The mission was to get a largemouth bass on a topwater frog. It's been on my to-do list for, yeah, I started going pretty hard on it yesterday and failed miserably today. So let's get rebaited. I'll throw that back out there. Going through some bait, getting outsmarted by these fish. They're just taking it and running. But the bite's almost instantaneous, so I'm really having a good time with it. That wind's kicking up. Hopefully the mic's okay. Perfect. Yeah. Just a quick hit and spit. They're getting smart. They're like robbing the bait. They're not swallowing it. They're just hitting it and spitting it. That should be a t-shirt. New merch coming 2026. Hitting it and spitting it. There it is. Ah. To be fair, they can spit it pretty easy. You got the barbless hook. Well, that's okay. Make it a little more challenging. We're not keeping nothing today anyway. Even though I secretly die a little every time I put back a delicious edible fish. He was fighting me. He wanted that worm. Man, just had a cold front come through. That wind is chilly. You can see the mist moving on the opposite side of the lake. If you're getting here, appreciate you taking the time to check us out. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. Failed at the mission of topwater combat frog. So now we're kind of switching it up to yellow perch on a night crawler. I'm just trying to keep morale up. I threw that topwater frog for the last 2 hours and totally got skunked. I mean, I'm pretty experienced with topwater. I've gotten them on buzz baits. I've gotten them on poppers. I have just never gotten one on a topwater frog, and I don't think today is going to be the day either. If you're new here, thanks for checking us out. We're live every day on the 6:30s Pacific Standard Time. That's in the morning and in the evening. In the morning, I like to check out a new pond, somewhere where I've never been. And in the evening, I'm just out here. Maybe I'm trolling in the John boat. But either way, I'm usually catching something. Lately, it hasn't been that way, though. Good thing I checked. We're hard to catch a fish if you don't have any bait. It makes you a true angler. If you can catch it on just a hook, then you're a better fisherman than I. I'm gonna throw a worm on here, throw it back out. Hopefully we can get some fish. If you're new and you like fishing live, come check us out, you know? Hey, shout out to the 4 people. Thanks for checking us out. Live fishing every day, 6:30. We were looking for a largie on a topwater frog, but after 2 hours and 37 minutes of failure, I decided to switch it up and get some yellow perch on a worm. If you're new to the channel, we're live every day. If that sounds like something you're interested in, consider subscribing. All kinds of fishing, bass fishing, trout fishing, perch fishing, bluegill. Ocean fishing coming up. Also do a fair amount of camping. If that sounds what you like. Got hundreds of videos out already. Check them out. Yesterday was a pretty good one. We were surf perch fishing. I live a mile from the beach. Stop plugging my channel. Shut the hell up and do some fishing, right? That's what we're here for. We're not here to talk about YouTube. Let's go. Trying to let them get it, but not trying to multitask. Trying to get it so they don't swallow it, because I don't want to injure the fish. But I don't want them to just eat the worm off the hook. Fantastic Friday. Thanks for taking the time to rock with me. Pickles, I know you've been here the whole time. Appreciate it. Just dragging it. My bobber sideways. Got it. Got my worm. Son of a bitch. Outsmarted by a 6-inch perch. That's what my life has come to. A little chunk left on there. We'll get it tossed out, see if we can't connect. We're either wrapped around the top of the bobber or the bottom of the bobber came off and we're fishing upside down. And I hate it so much. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, we'll go ahead and reel that up. I'm like a kid. I can't just sit there and leave the bobber in the water. I'm playing with it constantly. I always yell at the kids for doing it, and now I'm guilty of doing it myself. Pick up the yard a little bit. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rods sitting out in the yard. Pair of wire cutters. Various lures not tied to anything. But like I said, if the wife's going out of town, then I can live that bachelor life. Turns out I'm a slob. I'm gonna put a little bit of larger, I told you, man, they're stealing my bait. I'm watching them peck it, and I'm just failing to connect on that hook set. Left the worms outside overnight, and I was worried that the trash pandas would get them, or it would just be too hot and I'd come out to a container of dead worms. But I was relieved. They did fine. All right, last cast for the 20th time, but need to get some real food up in me and start the day. And just so everybody's aware of, when I say last cast, I mean last bite. And last bite might be turning into one more fish. Come on. Damn, robbed. So do I stick to my word? Do I say that was the last cast and leave it at that? I think I do. I got nothing really to do today. No pesky 9 to 5 nonsense. But I think we'll call it a day. Not a whole lot of fish caught. Couple nice yellow perch. If you're just getting here, we're just heading out, but we're live every morning and every evening, 6 o'clock. Thanks for checking out the channel. Live fishing twice a day at the 6:30s. Thanks for checking us out. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a wonderful Friday. And go outside. It's good for your soul. Peace. I will do that, Pickles. I will